guys, it's your girl Rochemonique. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for the support on my last video that I dropped last week. It was so hard for me to do that video, but you know what? More videos are going to be coming out like this because this channel is all about transparency, talking the things and being real. The title of this video, I'm sure you guys know what I'm going to talk about: the pressure trap, being a single black girl, and obviously living with your parents. So if this is something that you're interested in, do keep watching, do check out my previous videos if this video isn't for you, and do subscribe if you are new. And yeah, let's get into this video. So the pressure trap. We are living in a society now where you are pressured to do everything. You're pressured to get married, you're pressured to go to uni, you're pressured to work a 9 to 5. You're just being pressured from all angles, left, right and center. And I'm here to tell you, you do not need to fall into that pressure trap. It is not worth it. If you fall into that pressure trap, you're going to be setting yourself up for failure. You're going to be trying to keep up with the Joneses, or should I say the Kardashians. And you don't really need to. Your journey is your journey. You don't need no one to tell you what to do. You don't need your mom, your friends, or anyone in your ear telling you what you need to do. You need to follow your own path. If you're quite spiritual and you believe in the universe, you believe in God, you believe in a higher being, work with that power. For me, I fell into that pressure trap, and let me tell you, it was not worth it. I was running up in any relationship that came my way because I wanted to be in a relationship that I could say, oh, I'm with babe, chilling with babe. It's not even worth it. I'm not even gonna lie, some of these guys, their attitudes are trash out here. And even if it's looking for a job, yes, it's important to work because obviously we got bills to pay. But what's the point in rushing into a job where you know it's not for you, you know you're not gonna like it? I believe in trying to find something or a job that makes you happy. Of course, you're not gonna find something that's gonna always make you happy. But at the end of the day, I'd rather just reflect and search kind of things you like to do in it. And then if something comes up that you can actually do, obviously you're going to be more willing and open to most probably taking on that job role and doing that job to the best of your ability. Like, for example, childcare. Childcare is not for everyone. And I've worked with so many people where I look at them and I'm just like, there's no point in you being here. Like, yeah, you want to make that mullah, but I don't know, go stock shelves in Sainsbury's or something because you're not giving no energy. You're just here as an extra body when we actually need help. Like, if you're a nursery worker, practitioner, or a nursery manager or whatever, you get exactly where I'm coming from. There's no point in being pressured. You're gonna have your friends pressuring you to most probably having sex. You're gonna have friends that are pressuring you to most probably smoke and drink alcohol and go partying and take drugs. It is not worth it. What's the point in falling into this pressure trap when really and truly it's not going to help your mental capacity? Mental health is real out here and bare people are struggling with it. So what's the point in feeding that negativeness when you could just slowly take your time and do what you need to do? For me, for example, I remember when I left school, to be fair, I left school with 9 GCSEs. I thought I wasn't even gonna leave with 5 because I was told that, you know, because I was in like the lowest sets and stuff, I was told that I wasn't really gonna amount to nothing, which I surpassed and exceeded people's expectations, which I don't know we go already. But like, seriously, it's all about knowing yourself. And like, for me, I didn't know myself back then, so I was pressured into everything. Like, any guy that came my way, I gave them my number. Any guy that wanted to take me out, I went out on dates. Any girls, like any friends, or should I say associates, that was like, oh sure, like, why don't we go to a party? Fam, I would be going on most probably ASOS or Boohoo or Pretty Little Thing, looking at outfits to be going out every single weekend. And I'm thinking, do I really want to go out? But because they're like, oh Rochelle, you know it's gonna be lit, just come, I would go. And then afterwards I would feel so drained and I would regret going because really and truly I didn't want to go in the first place.
Do not give into peer pressure. Do not give into the pressure of life.
Yes, we're on social media and you see people looking like Nicki Minaj, getting their breasts, their bum done, getting their teeth done, all of that, yeah. I was on Instagram and I saw this girl. She was receding, so she had no hair, and because she was very conscious of her hairline and stuff, she went to, I think, Turkey to basically get hair to like put in front of her head and stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, obviously we all have insecurities. Like for me, my biggest insecurity was my weight. Like now my weight I don't even care. Like I'm losing weight for me. I'm trying to eat healthily for me. I'm doing what I can and I want to do for me. I'm not doing it for anyone else. And if that's what you want to do in regards to getting liposuction and tummy tuck, and you want to be looking like a glass figure, like like a Coca-Cola water bottle, if you want to look like that, then like each their own, innit? But it's all about knowing yourself, knowing who you are, and knowing that it doesn't matter what you try to change yourself into, how you try to act. Like, you are you. People are going to be drawn to you and your energy. And at the end of the day, on the outward appearance, you could seem perfect, but deep down in your heart, deep down in your mind, it's all about what's going on. Like, are you confused? Do you feel like you have to hang out with certain types of friends just to fit in with the crowd? It's important to step out. You need to step away, set apart. There's a scripture in the Bible. I'm getting back to my scriptures, trust me. I'm gonna put it up on the screen so you guys can know, but I know it talks about like not being conformed. I think it's Romans 12 verse 6, or Romans 12, not being conformed to the pattern of this world, but to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And as I'm on my restoration journey, I'm trying to renew my mind every day, because I was for over a decade being stuck in this pressure trap where I wanted to keep with the Joneses. I got bare piercings, like I got tattoos. These things I never really wanted to do, but because I saw other people do it and I saw my friends doing it at the time, I thought it was sick. Like so I got my tongue pierced, and the first time I was going to college with this girl, and me and her, we were close back then, and she was like, I was like, you know what, I really want to get my tongue pierced and whatever. And she was like, oh my gosh, I want to do it too, like let's do it. So I did it, and then she did it, and then obviously they went to go get tattoos and stuff. And I was like, because my pain threshold is very bad, I wasn't jumping to go get tattoos, but I was thinking I want to get a tattoo on my, obviously you have, you know, like, or you see, I'm sure you see bare girls that's getting tattoos on their like breasts, or like they've got tattoos on their wrists. To be fair, I only just got this tattoo 2 years ago, and this is it's my niece's initials, so MK for Michaela Kamok. This is the only tattoo I have on. Oh, I'm lying. I've got 2 hearts on my finger, but apart from that, like, these are the only tattoos that I really have. And really and truly, the reason why I've got the hearts on my fingers is because I saw some girl with it, and I was like, oh my days, like, that tattoo looks sick. I actually need to redo mine, like go back over it and shadow it in, because it looks like proper faded. But the reason why I got my niece's initials on my wrist is because she means so much to me. Like, I was there from when she was born, and my family's quite small over here, so the fact that I've like watched her grow and we've become really close. She's 9 now, and I don't know, like, the love that I have for my niece is mad. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get her initials on my wrist because I love her so much. But like, that's the reason why I wanted to do it. Like, but really and truly, when you think about it, why are you getting a tattoo in the first place? Like, it's good to kind of question yourselves. Why do you want to do what you want to do? Are you doing it for you? Are you doing it for someone else? It's all about self-evaluating and thinking, why do I want to do these things? Why do I want to go to the gym? Do I want to go to the gym because I want to look nice so man can look at me? Do I want to go to the gym because I genuinely want to sort my lifestyle out? I want to sort out my health because I'm not healthy? Do I want to go gym because I want to snap and say, yeah, I'm at the gym, and to be cucking out your bum when you're on the treadmill so man can look at you? Like, these are things that I did. Like, I'm saying it because I know, like, girls and people, guys, are actually going through this stage of peer pressure and falling into that pressure trap, and it's just not necessary. I'm here to tell you guys, do not fall into the pressure trap. So for me, in regards to being in a relationship, I'm currently single, and I'm so happy that I'm single because it's given me time to get to know me. It's given me time to reflect and to change my ways, because I've got some dirty ways that I need to fix, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect, because I'm not. I asked my mom, and I asked my sister, and I asked my friends, like, what do you see in me? Like, obviously I'm not looking for validation, but it's good to kind of step out of your comfort zone and kind of ask people that actually love you and people that care for you what they think of you, so that you can kind of gain an aspect. Because remember, you are yourself. You may think you're one way, but really and truly, for the people, the outside looking in, you're someone else. Are you unsociable? Are you antisocial? It's important to just self-evaluate. And they've said, Rochelle, like, you're a calm, like, you're a caring person, you know, like, you're sociable, you're friendly, you know, you see the best in people, you're a helper, but you're very sensitive. You know, like, for me, whenever someone gets my nerves, I block them and stuff like that. Like, them little petty things, I never really clocked about myself until I started getting older and people started pointing it out to me, and I'm just like, yeah, rah. Because if you get on my nerves and I don't like you now, like, you're getting blocked. And that's just something that I obviously need to just stop doing and overcome. But
we digress.
I'm getting to know myself. I'm getting to know who I am, what I like, what I don't like, what I love, what I would settle for when I'm ready for a relationship, how I'm gonna act. Like, obviously you don't fully know how you're gonna act with a person until you're actually in that situation, but it's good to kind of be single. Let me close my window. I don't know what the hell that was, but my window was open and me don't know what one outside. But it's all about knowing who you are. Like, your single stage is so important. It's so vital, and it's so beautiful to travel with your friends, like, do different things, get to know yourself. Like, I used to hate being single when I was younger, but now I'm understanding the importance of being on your own and being in your own company. Like, it's beautiful. And the other pressure that I do feel that I'm kind of feeling at the moment is the fact that I'm getting older now. So I'm 28 years old and I'm living at home with my mom and my dad, and a lot of people that I went to school with that are my age, they're either got 2, 3, 4 children by how many different men, don't know me no business, but they've got their house, you know, they've got married, and, you know, like, they're doing their thing and whatever. And I'm just like, I'm here, yeah, I've got my experiences, I've got my degrees, you know, I'm building myself up, you know, I'm building my little business, I'm building an empire for myself, but I'm still living at home. And there's nothing wrong with living at home. If you are in a situation where you're living at home with your parents, enjoy living at home with your parents. I always used to, when I used to go to college and, like, even at uni, when I did my undergrad, like, 2 years ago, I was always like, oh my gosh, I want to move out. I can't be bothered. Like, me and my dad used to clash all the time. I used to argue with him 24/7 over the pettiest little things. And I'm just like, I can't be bothered. Like, you just get on my nerves. But then I'm like, you know what? Like, I appreciate you, because remember, our parents are not always going to be here, and we never know when we might go, when they might go. So it's always important to create them memories and to just be grateful for where you are now. Like, I'm learning to be so grateful and content. And remember, like, right now, like the society that we live in, it's expensive. Like, to live in London is not cheap. To live in London is a joke thing. So the fact that, you know, you can most probably split your bills with your parents and you don't have to maybe struggle on your own, even if you're holding down a 9 to 5, but if you're on your own, like, the rent and the council tax and all the bills and stuff, like, it's a lot. And especially if you have children, it's not just you, it's you and your children. And if you have a partner, maybe a partner that's not working, like, it's a lot. So I'm grateful for the fact that I live at home with my parents. Before, I never really used to appreciate it back in the day, but, like, now I'm like, I'm grateful, because, like, my parents, they give me wisdom whenever I'm going down the wrong path, or I have a question or a scenario that I want to bring to them to kind of gain their perspective on it. Like, they're there, we bust jokes, we spend time together, like, even though sometimes we may get on each other's nerves, but, like, that's family for you, innit? Like, it's all about appreciating and being grateful for where you are. And I'm happy that I'm slowly coming out of this pressure trap of, you know, like, I'm nearly 30, I ain't got no children yet, I don't live on my own, but yeah, I'm living at home with my parents, I'm saving up for my mortgage. I know God's got my husband for me, so that's not a thing. Like, I'm building up my character, so when I enter that relationship or when I'm on my own, I know what to do. In regards to running a household, in regards to the finances, I know I'm going to hold that down to a T, because I'm quite good with finances. Obviously savings, I'm still learning. So about appreciating where you are, and being single and living at home with your parents isn't so bad in my situation. Obviously in other people's situations it's completely different, because your environment might be toxic, and it's like, I just don't know your situation. But if you are are in that situation, I do pray that you look at the positiveness of, like, look on the bright side, be optimistic about where you are, because better is yet to come. And there's going to be a time where you're not always going to live with your parents. Situations may change that may force you to move out. Next year I may end up moving out. Like, I just never know what's going to happen. But it's all about being content, because let me tell you, life can throw bare things at you, but it's what you do and how you reciprocate it. But I didn't want to make this video long. I literally just wanted to share with you the peer pressures that we may go through as young people, and just to highlight the fact that you may be going through a lot of things, but you are in control of your life. So for me, I'm trying to allow God to rewrite my story, and it's very difficult because I've always had my own back, and I've always been independent, and I've always had me and held myself down. But as I'm going through life now, I'm realizing that I'm not on my own. God's with me, and some of the things that I want for myself, God wants better for me. So I have to just learn to trust him and to allow him to kind of build me up. And I know that that's the same for so many people that's watching this video now. So I just pray that you allow God to just be satisfied with where you are, allow you to not fall into the pressures of life, pressures of what society says you should do, your parents says you should do, your friend says you should do. Do what you want to do, but allow God to be at the center of it. So put everything in his hands, pray to him and ask him to guide you. He will guide you. Like, God is not a God that will fail you. And I'm a living testimony of me falling into all these pressures, yet he's literally taken me out of them one by one, and he's making, and like, he's transforming me into someone that I don't even know. But now, guys, it's all about loving yourself and knowing what you deserve, and knowing that you're not going to settle for less, and do not fall into the pressures that you may face, because it's just not worth it. Thank you for watching this video. Please do check out my previous videos. I'll have a video coming out next week again, so do stay tuned for that. Do follow my Instagrams, which will be up on this video as well, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.